Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the party. Today is Monday, June 9th, 2025. This is episode 893 of your Simply Cyber Daily Cyber Threat Brief podcast. I am your host, as usual, Dr. Gerald Auger. And over the next hour, me, you, Chris Whitlock, Justin Gold, Haircut Fish, Jenny Housley, all in mod chat. Carrie, Red Ant, Tim McDonald, Mara Levy, Not Only IT, Brexy, coming hot off the PBCC course. Guys, we are all going to be shredding the top cybersecurity news stories of the day, and I'll be doing everything within my power to drive cyber risk reduction for your business stakeholders by delivering educational value and threat intelligence to you, so both you're aware as a practitioner as well as how to operationalize this information to be able to, educate your end users, configure your environment, reduce the attack surface. I don't know what the stories are going to be because I ain't got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But I can tell you, 893 episodes in a row, we're always delivering value, hot takes, little spice, right? And just basically empowering you along the lines of Simply Cyber's core values: empowerment, inclusion, and support to be the best cybersecurity professional you can be. And if you're looking to break into the industry, you're looking to aspire to be a cybersecurity professional, we got you covered, y'all, because you're going to be asked in any job interview, how do you stay current on the industry? And right here is a phenomenal answer. In any job interview for cybersecurity, you're more than likely going to be asked. I get it all the time. People say, I was asked, I told them the show, it worked out well. I can't promise you a job, obviously, but I can tell you the right things to do towards marching towards that job. And staying informed on the current news is definitely one of those things. And then on top of it, steal my thoughts. People in chat, Code Brew, Roswell UK, Valentino, Elliot, Matisse, just to name a few. There's many of you in here, Space Tacos. Many of you share your thoughts and opinions as well on the stories. Take my idea, take their idea, whatever it is, make it rain in a job interview. That's why you're being asked if you stay current, because it's not a friggin' hazing. This isn't a fraternity in a 1980s nerds movie. It's friggin' important so you can be able to pivot and make moves like a snake in the grass when it comes to delivering cyber risk reduction. Now, having said all of that, we've got a great show for you today. It is Monday, which means only one thing. We're going to be recognizing one Simply Cyber community member and awarding him or her $100 Amazon gift card and or $100+ worth of Simply Cyber merch. For all of those who have been tracking the storyline, Roswell UK has been issued his Community Member of the Week prize. We had to hunt him down a little bit, but we got it sorted out, everybody. Coffee cup cheers to everybody. If James McQuiggan, Mad Destroyer, anybody out there loving coffee is in chat, coffee cup cheers to you. I'm about to take my first pull of the day. It was a good weekend, everybody. I unplugged. I hope you did too. And when I say I unplugged, I literally only worked half days. Oh, friggin' lunatic. But after 1 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, I played DayZ. Woo! All right, let me take a slug of this coffee and then tell you about the stream sponsors. Holy hot. That's hot. Woo! Oh, that burned. All right, guys, let me tell you about the stream sponsors. Those who enable me to... Oh, that's good, though. Once the burning taste goes away, it's good coffee. All right, let me tell you about the stream sponsors, starting with my good friend Eric Taylor, the crew at Barricade Cyber. Squad members, you've got the emote for Barricade, so drop it in chat. William K99 made it live today. Welcome to the party, pal, William K99. All right, dudes, is your Microsoft 365 environment secure? With business email compromise attacks on the rise, your entire operation could be at risk. Fortify 365 from Barricade Cyber Solutions is your defensive shield. Their team of experts implements proven security standards to protect your business from cyber threats, ensure compliance, and safeguard your sensitive data. They've helped countless organizations strengthen their Microsoft 365 and 365 defenses, incling my own.
Become best friends. Yep.
with tailored solutions that address real-world vulnerabilities. Don't wait until after a breach to take action. Visit Fortify365.com today to talk to Eric and the team and see how they can secure your environment against tomorrow's threats. Thank you very much, Barricade Cyber. Guys, got a super chat coming in. Wicked hot, spicy. James O'Quiggin says, happy Monday, Team SC. Back on the road and spreading the cyber word. Shout out to the folks at New Jersey SecCon, who I will see tomorrow. Cheers from 35,000 feet, seat 6D. James O'Quiggin coming in hot from 6D right now. Kind of slumming it back there in business class, James. Jesus, what are we doing here? All right, hey, but if you are going to be at New Jersey SecCon, do make it a point to say hi to James. He's one of the best in the business. Love that guy. Obviously, Christopher Ryan Rains is in chat, becoming a member, squad membership. Thanks, Christopher Ryan Rains. I think Christopher Ryan Rains was a first-timer last week, so yes, join us. Come into the fold, Christopher Ryan Rains, and enjoy all that is being a Team SC community member. All right, guys, I also want to say shout out and holla to Antisyphon Training. Now, many of you know Daniel Lowry, Kathy Chambers, even the famous Zach Hill from IT Career Questions, 300,000+ subs on YouTube. That guy's a legend. But did you know that this is your final week? This is your final week to submit to Blue Team Summit, guys. I've said it all week last week. I'm going to say it this week. Speaking at a cybersecurity conference has massive value for your career. So if you've been on the edge, if you've been nervous, if you've been anxious, punch imposter syndrome in the neck and consider submitting. Blue Team Summit is a virtual summit, so there's no travel. You're in the comfort of your own home or own space, very low stakes. They're short talks, 20 minutes, so low pressure, low setup, low investment. And it's an awesome group of people that you'll be working with. So everything shake the magic 8-ball. All signs point to yes. Go to antisyphontraining.com and consider speaking at their Blue Team Summit. And if you're not sure how to submit a paper or how to come up with an idea for a Blue Team Summit talk, I got you covered there. I got a video for that right here. You see this video on the left? How to submit your first cybersecurity talk, aka a CFP. Here's a link to that. My job is to empower you. Listen, I'm not your parents, right? I know these Gen Z people have their parents going to job interviews with them and stuff like that. Listen, all I can do is give you everything I possibly can in order to empower you to take action and kick massive butt in our industry. Here's a virtual summit that you can speak at. Here's all the tools you need to submit a talk. Go. It's on you now. But I hope people do it, and I hope you get accepted. If you don't get accepted, hey, at least you've gone through the process of submitting a talk and doing all that. So that's all about good times as well. All right, guys, I want to let you know every single episode of the Daily Cyber Threat Brief is worth half a CPE. So say what's up in chat. Grab a screenshot, right? Right above my head, you'll see people like AB, Patrick Moss, James McQuiggan again with 6D. Say what's up in chat. Grab a screenshot. Look right below me. You see this scrolling ticker? Episode 893, one half of a CPE. Boom. Do you see right below that actually in YouTube where it says June 9th, Top Cyber News Now? Boom. Get all of that in the screenshot. Nobody can question what the date was. What is it worth? What's the context? Were you there? All that evidence is right there. Screenshot it. File it away. Once a year, count your screenshots, divide by 2. You can get up to 120 CPEs. If you want to get 120 CPEs, you can do that really quickly. Mods, Antisyphon, excuse me. Jesus. Give me 1 second. Dan Reardon, who's a mod in the community now. Congratulations, Dan Reardon. Upgrade. He wanted me to point out the Pay What You Can series. We've got SOC core skill. Wait. Look at this right here. Active defense and cyber deception. Getting started in packet decoding. Getting started in security with Black Hills. Professional Evil API with Jennifer Shannon. Guys, these are all Pay What You Can courses. Amazing opportunity. I'll drop a link to this as well. Jesus, the value train keeps on coming. All right, I've got the ad reads for Flare and Threat Locker. Let's do the Threat Locker run really quickly, and then we'll roll, and I'll do the Flare one at the mid-roll just for the sake of time. Guys, if today's your first episode with us, drop a hashtag first timer, okay? Actually, you know what? Drop a hashtag first timer. We have a sound effect and a special emote. But if you're a long timer, drop a hashtag long timer. If you're an old timer, drop a hashtag old timer. Drop a hashtag whatever you want timer. Let's get creative. Let's get spicy. Let's hear from Threat Locker. I'll be in chat as well. Be back in 30. I want to give some love to the Daily Cyber Threat Brief sponsor, Threat Locker. Do zero-day exploits and supply chain attacks keep you up at night? Well, worry no more. You can harden your security with Threat Locker. Worldwide, companies like JetBlue trust Threat Locker to secure their data and keep their business operations flying high. Threat Locker takes a deny-by-default approach to cybersecurity and provides a full audit of every action allowed or blocked for risk management and compliance. Onboarding and operation is fully supported by their US-based Cyber Heroes support team. Get a free 30-day trial and learn more about how Threat Locker can help prevent ransomware and ensure compliance. Visit threatlocker.com. Oh my God. All right. Thank you, Threat Locker. And dude, shout out to all you guys. ZMF, hashtag good timer, hashtag can't grow a beard with Poder Joe, hashtag mid timer, mid-life timer. I myself put audio issue timer. Oldest dirt timer is EK Burger Picard's. You guys, so good. Thank you all so very much. Guys, got to tell you, thank you so very much for being here, for being part of the community, for making this so much fun. Every single weekday morning I get up and do this show. It's an absolute delight. It is a honor and a privilege to serve this community. Thank you very much. I see Toasty Pops is in chat. Good to see Toasty Pops back in the chat. DJ HK is in here. All right, guys, let's do it. We'll hear from Flare at the mid-roll. Sit back, relax, and let's let the cool sounds of the hot news wash over us in an awesome way. See you guys at the mid-roll.
From the CISO series, it's cybersecurity headlines.
These are the cybersecurity headlines for Monday, June 9th, 2025. I'm Steve Prentice. Presidential Cyber Executive Order signed. The President signed a new executive order aimed at refocusing U.S. cybersecurity policy by emphasizing secure software development, updated encryption, and Internet routing security. The order revokes part of the Biden and Obama-era directives, including digital identity initiatives, which it claims could increase fraud risks. It also criticizes the previous administration for politicizing cybersecurity and shifts AI policy from potential censorship to identifying vulnerabilities. The order rolls back compliance mandates for software vendors, instead encouraging collaboration with industry partners. It also targets post-quantum cryptography and consumer device security.
Wow.
Neuberger warned.
All right, so a couple things here. Number one, this is not uncommon, okay, for U.S. presidential administrations to release executive orders on cybersecurity, okay? Like literally, I mean, part of the thing Trump's doing here is repealing things that Biden and Obama did. But let me see. Biden-Harris cybersecurity strategy, right? Here we go. This is March 2023. You know, here's the national cyber strategy. And it laid out a bunch of things. If you remember, this was like zero trust architecture everywhere, multi-factor authentication, time to respond, notification of incidents, et cetera, et cetera. This was all out there. At the time, okay, I want to remind everybody that I was like, dude, remember they issued like a 90-day window for federal governments to get compliant with zero trust architecture. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, what are you talking about? That's not, first of all, like budget cycles. Ooh, hey, King Ha is a first live timer. We will, normally it's first timer only, but I love John McClane emotes and I love saying what's up. So King Ha, welcome to the party, pal. Squad members, if you can, let it rain down John McClane on King Ha. I appreciate it. All right. So, okay. So he's rolling back some stuff and setting some precedent. Here's the deal, okay, guys, and this might be better suited for Elliot Matisse and the simply geopolitical cyber show that we're hurtling towards inevitably. People are asking really quick in chat too. I think I asked this before, but I'm gonna do it again because I'm like really on the edge about this. Do you want a geopolitical, and answering comments if you're watching on replay, I'd love to know, do you want a geopolitical cybersecurity talk show podcast? All right. How do we do this? Yes, no. Why can't I friggin' create this what? Dude, how can I not create a friggin' poll? Hello? There we go. Let me know in chat. All right, so Republican, listen, I'm trying to be as apolitical as possible, right? Republicans typically align with like being more about like markets and money and, you know, business and free markets and stuff like that, right? I'm completely oversimplifying this. There's a lot of identity. There's a lot of nuance. Like, I'm not talking about different topics like pro-choice, pro-life. I'm not talking any of that. I'm just literally talking about capitalism and business. And you'll see, like, you know, he's rolling back a lot of compliance mandates, which typically involves a lot of documentation and friction, et cetera. And I'm a GRC guy, right? He's rolling that back. He's promoting collaboration within industry. He's getting around, they say censorship. There was some talk about, using the power of the president's office to censor things. Now they were like rolling that back. Honestly, I'd be curious what is new policy versus what is rolled back policy. Let's see here. The order directs federal government to advance secure software development. Okay, so really quickly, this is, guys, I'm going to spend a minute on this because, like, yes, this isn't a ransomware story. This isn't a ransomware story about, like, a publishing company and we just mow through it. This is kind of a big deal. Again, I'm sorry for you non-United States Team SC members because this probably doesn't apply to you, but, like, advanced secure software development. Right now in the government, open source software, in the public sector, private sector, this has been a key area of focus for like the last 5-6 years. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Meta are spending lots of money on securing open source security. CISA's Secure by Design initiative was this. So the reason I want to bring this up is because if people are like, oh, Jerry, you just hate on the current administration or whatever. I've had some people say that in the comments. I'm trying to be objective. This right here, the Trump administration may have cut CISA by 1/3. Okay, they laid off or got rid of over 1/3 of the workforce at CISA. But this right here, this bullet from his current policy or order or director or whatever it is, this is totally on brand with what Jen Easterly and CISA is doing for the last couple of years with Secure by Design. So that's going to keep going, right? It directs a department and agency level action on border gateway security to defeat hijacking and network connections. Wow. Okay, so really quickly, if you didn't know, the internet is a network of networks, okay? That's what you need to know. And the protocol that connects the network of networks is called BGP, or Border Gateway Protocol. I tell you that because, and honestly, when you take CCNA or when you're taking networking and learning subnets and whatever, RFC 1918s, you never really talk about BGP. BGP just magically happens way up in the top of the network where ASNs operate, and you never think about it. So when they say border gateway security, those words mean something. And to me, when I read this means BGP, which really doesn't BGP was a protocol designed in like the 60s And it's one of those ones that's not really super well secured. If you ever see a part of the internet drop off, like Saudi Arabia lost YouTube at one point, an engineer at Facebook accidentally did something a couple years ago and we lost like half the internet. That's Border Gateway Protocol. Defeat hijacking of network interconnections. Yeah. I mean, all day this, I don't know, man. This, to me, really quickly, and I don't know what you guys think, to me, this bullet right here is way too tactical for a federal executive order. Elliot Matisse, why don't you weigh in from, we'll call him Elliot Matisse on the Hill, all right? That's Elliot, I'm going to start referring to you that way until further notice. Elliot Matisse on the Hill, this seems way too tactical. Talking about securing BGP, yikes. The order directs departments level actions on post-quantum crypto to ensure protection. Sure. I mean, this is a national security military thing that's going to be there for sure. Latest encryption protocols. Why not? That's been a standard for years. All right, here we go. It refocuses AI efforts towards identifying and managing vulns rather than censorship. I don't know. This bullet right here seems awfully loaded. All right, so there you go. I'll leave a link here. This is the fact sheet. The fact sheet. Whenever the U.S. president or the presidential administration releases executive orders, there's always a fact sheet, which basically breaks it down to brass tacks, so you don't have to read all the pomp and circumstance. Let's keep going.
Of U.S. infrastructure's cyber attack weakness. Former NSA cybersecurity director Ann Neuberger warned that U.S. critical infrastructure would likely collapse under a major cyber attack due to vulnerabilities and workforce cuts, particularly, she said, under the current administration. Speaking at the AI Expo for National Competitiveness, she criticized recent reductions at CISA, which she said weakened national defenses. Neuberger advocated for AI-driven solutions, including using AI to assess legacy systems and digital twins to simulate infrastructure vulnerabilities. She emphasized that while talent losses are harmful, AI offers a strategic opportunity to enhance cybersecurity and fill critical gaps in protecting essential U.S. systems. Mirai.
All right, so Ann Neuberger, National Security Advisor, or Deputy National Security Advisor and Director at NSA, was speaking at an AI Expo and basically saying that U.S. infrastructure could like collapse on itself. All right, two things. Number one, Ann Neuberger definitely knows what she's talking about, okay? I'm almost positive I saw her at there's this like super nerdy thing that comes out once a year. It's the Aspen it's the Aspen Cyber Summit. It's super high level, super brainiac, super thoughts happening in November. You can't really attend it, but like people like Ann Neuberger are like on the stage. People like oh my god, what's her name?
Private sector listeners or
oh, this is
the Aspen Cyber Summit.
It's very cool. Anyways, I always try to tune into it. Here, let's look at like what the 2024 agenda was, just so you guys can. Okay, so an update from the FBI director of the FBI. Then they have people like the VP and head of regulatory risk at Coalition. The president, Kemba Walden, who is the president of Paladin Global Institute. Kemba Walden is one of those wicked smart people. She actually kind of got passed over for a promotion in, I think, for national security director, and then she like left government service. But anyways, that's the kind of person you're interviewing. So all of that to take you back, guys, is in our industry, we have a certain tool. We have a certain tool at our disposal, okay? It's called fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Yeah, James McQuiggan saw Ann Neuberger at Black Hat. We have something called fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and it is very much a dark art that GRC people have in our back pocket, and we don't use it unless we absolutely have to. Either that or you're abusing it. But we can scare people into spending money. It's the same marketing technique is telling you like supplies running out, deal ends at midnight, Black Friday deals, first come, first serve, right? It's like a fear technique to excite you into taking action. That's U.S. infrastructure could crumble. That sounds very fearful. Now, again, Ann Neuberger knows what she's talking about, so I'm into that. And she's saying that we should use AI to help discover where the brittleness is, where the weaknesses are, and then what? Fix it, hopefully, right? Let me tell you a couple things. All due respect to Ann Neuberger, okay? Number one, we are well aware that U.S. infrastructure is deprecated, not great. Like, China has been wearing U.S. infrastructures as a pair of pants for like the last 6 to 9 months. Go look at Volt Typhoon. Go look at Salt Typhoon. Go look at Flax Typhoon. Google any 3 of those names and put infrastructure with it, and you will see multiple stories of us getting ramrodded by China because our infrastructure is brittle, which could crumble, of course. Now, honestly, I'm going to push back a little bit and say could crumble. When I think crumble, I think of like, a house of cards that collapse in on itself and a big dust cloud like it's a cartoon. I don't think it would crumble, right? That would be a denial of service type attack. I actually think, and China does too, allegedly, you would leverage U.S. infrastructure because it's so porous and so poorly secure as a foothold into a massive coordinated cyber attack on the United States. That's what I would think. Why would you destroy the infrastructure if you can ride it? You know what I'm saying? To take it back to the Macedonians and Alexander the Great, if you will. I've been listening to hardcore history lately. Why would you attack a town and burn all their crops and burn their buildings down? Why not just attack the town, then live in their buildings and eat all their food? It makes no sense, right? Like, why? Unless you're going to continue marching on, then sure, raised earth, scorched everything behind you so they can't stay there. But if you're going to stay there, what are you doing? Why destroy the castle? Why not sit up in the ramparts and shoot arrows down from it? Same thing with infrastructure, okay? Now, I also want to point out she does say that AI, this is an AI conference, she says that AI should be used to discover vulnerabilities and weaknesses in U.S. infrastructure. I'm going to take you back to the fact sheet from like 2 seconds ago where President Trump's executive order says he wants to refocus AI towards identifying and managing vulnerabilities. We'll just ignore the censorship part. But he wants to use AI to do this. So executive orders are coming down, and Ann Neuberger at an AI conference is saying the same thing. So there's an alignment there. So let's keep cooking on AI helping secure all the things. By the way, if you're not using AI in your environment, you should be.
Botnet infects TBK DVR devices via command injection flaw. This is a new variant of the Mirai malware botnet, and it is exploiting a command injection vulnerability in TBK DVR 4104 and 4216 digital video recording devices. The flaw, which has a CVE number, is a command injection vulnerability that was disclosed by security researcher NetSecFish in April 2024 and published initially as a proof of concept, although Kaspersky researchers now report seeing active exploitation. The exploit delivers ARM32 malware which connects to a C2 server to pull the device into a botnet swarm, making it conduct DDoS attacks and other malicious behavior. Open.
All right. I'll tell you this much. Hold on. Let's end this poll really quickly. 73% want the geopolitical cybersecurity talk show. All right. Elliot Matisse, let's get together. I had a suspicion it was going to be this. We just got to put guardrails in place. But we can do it. Start thinking if you want to co-host, Elliot, or a rotating co-host or something. Dudes, Mirai Botnet, ever since it was basically released publicly in 2015, I think, it's got legs. It's not going away. If you don't know the story of Mirai, right? So say you're new to industry, new to cybersecurity. The Mirai botnet story is one of those seminal stories that you should know. It's a good story. It's entertaining. There's probably a Darknet Diaries episode on it. I'm not sure, but please, mods, if you know, drop it in chat. I'll share it. Mirai Botnet, definitely one that you should know. You should know Solar Winds. You should know Mirai Botnet. Shamoon is kind of a second tier one. You might want to know that. The Morris Worm, you should definitely know. Okay. All right. All these are interesting. Now, Mirai is getting forked left, right, and center, and now it's using a command injection flaw to attack TBK DVR devices. Here's the deal. Really quickly, if you're running TBK DVR devices, you gotta patch it. Secondly, you might be like, why do you have it on the internet? Sometimes these webcams, etc., DVRs, they get placed on the internet. Just as a fun little thing for y'all, if you go to InsecCam, INSEC, so insecure basically, InsecCam. I show the students at the Citadel this year, every year, and they love it. Here we go. Here's a website, Here, I'll just drop a link so you guys don't even have to think. Here we go. Boink. This is, oh, look at this. There's birds right here. Let's look at this. What is this? Oh, it's right here. Little links. Usually the camera will pull back up. Anyways, this is a list of all sorts of cameras, and you can do it by manufacturer. Right? I don't see TBK here, unfortunately. I was hoping for a TBK, but you know, let's go ahead and look for Foscam. There we go. Someone's got one on their backyard in Vienna, Austria. Someone's got one on their house in Vienna. Milan, Italy. It looks like someone's got a little, Herbie car going on here. You get the idea, guys. Oh, here. Wait, there's no barbershop ones? Airlines? There we go. You want to see what's going on at an airport? Anyways, people do these things all the time. People have misconfigured devices open to the internet. There's entire websites devoted to it. So don't think that it's not going to happen. Guys, there are two lessons you need to know here. One, Mirai Botnet continues to persist and get new functionality. People fork it. If there's ever an AI revolution, AI is going to use Mirai Botnet to attack other AI. Two, if you're running TBK DVRs, you could involuntarily be thrown into a botnet. There you go. Okay. I will tell you, though, it's just a quick aside. It is interesting. If your TBK DVR device or your Ring doorbell or whatever, Cyber Countess, who's in chat right now, if your Ring doorbell got compromised by Mirai Botnet and your doorbell still worked, but your doorbell was attacking other businesses in a botnet army, would you care? A lot of people would say, oh, sure, I don't want my device to be involved in an attack on somebody else. But at the same time, your doorbell still works. So you're going to take time this weekend to take your doorbell off, update the firmware, patch it, whatever, and then reassemble it. You're going to spend 2 hours. And again, I'm not being playfully humorous. I'm being hyperbolic. Like, it's not impacting you. There's no negative impact to you. So why would you be motivated to fix it? Again, just a question for chat. Just a question to think about it. It's the right thing to do for the greater good, but is it push you enough to take action?
AI takes down ChatGPT accounts linked to state-backed hacking and disinformation. The owner of ChatGPT says threat actors from countries such as China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, and the Philippines are using the LLM product for 3 key areas of activity: social media comment generation, malware refinement and cyber attack assistance, and foreign employment scams. One example of many using ChatGPT to publish comments on topics such as U.S. politics on TikTok, X, Reddit, Facebook, and other social media platforms, and then shifting to other accounts to reply to those same comments. They have also been using it to assist with writing scripts for brute-forcing passwords, as well as in conducting employment scams, including arranging for delivery of company laptops.
All right. So I'm happy to say that OpenAI is doing this. Dude, they have all the information. People have to put in... Right now, the OpenAI and all these Claudes, Anthropics, etc., they're hosting the servers, right? So you have to put your information in and they get it and process it. So they can see it. So I'm glad that they've taken action on this, right? Now, you might call this censorship, like, oh, who are you to say that I can't just create, brute forcing attack scripts because I'm a pen tester and I need these things, right? So you're going to get into some nuances of this. I hope Anthropic does the same thing. I hope Google does the same thing. Honestly, dude, criminals are using it the same as good people are using it, and they're going to continue to use it. I find it particularly insidious using AI to like whip up public discussions where you have multiple fake accounts amplifying each other's message, or maybe even one person getting bullied. So then you get this kind of like Robin Hood vibes where real people jump in to defend the person who's getting bullied. And now you're like, it's just, the whole thing's diabolical. All right, take care, Jenny Housley. Jenny's out. All right, let's do this.
Huge thanks to our sponsor, Vanta. Is your manual GRC program slowing you down? There's something more efficient than spreadsheets, screenshots, and manual processes. That's Vanta. With Vanta, GRC can be so much easier, while also strengthening your security posture and driving revenue for your business. Vanta automates key areas of your GRC program, including compliance, risk, and customer trust, and streamlines the way you manage information. The impact is real. A recent IDC analysis found that compliance teams using Vanta are 129% more productive. Get back time to focus on strengthening security and scaling your business. Get started at vanta.com/headlines. That is vanta.com/headlines.
All right, just quick programming note. For those who maybe didn't know, or you're new here or whatever, the reporting that's going on, that is a podcast provided by CISO series Cybersecurity Headlines. So that's David Spark and his crew, and we just ride on top of it. And we kind of have this like partnership or relationship. And part of the agreement that I have with them, like these sponsors that I talked about at the beginning, Barricade, Cyber Threat Locker, Antisyphon, etc. Those are Simply Cyber sponsors. Those are businesses that I personally have vetted and attest to. This one at the mid-roll is CISO series partner or sponsor or whatever you want to call it. And part of the agreement is that I run that audio and show you this little thumbnail, and that's the cost of getting their podcast. I just wanted to know that this is their sponsor, not Simply Cyber's. I specifically Vanta, I have strong opinions about, and I just wanted to be clear that this is their sponsor, not our sponsor. All right, let's do this. All right. We are running a couple minutes behind, but that's pretty par for the course. Guys, I want to say thank you to our sponsors, the Simply Cyber sponsors, Barricade, Threat Locker, Antisyphon that we've all heard of, and Flare Academy. Guys, if you didn't know really quickly, Flare.io is a great cyber threat intelligence platform, but they just recently started doing Flare Academy, and they're basically doing at least one talk a month, if not multiple talks a month. Let me know in chat if you went to the introduction to the ransomware ecosystem. Cyber Countess joining the squad membership, getting that SC next to her name. Hey, Cyber Countess, thanks. Welcome to the party. Listen, who went to the introduction to the ransomware ecosystem last week? Let me know. I told you I couldn't go because I was teaching, but I really wanted to know how it was. So please, can you at Gerald Auger in chat? And if you went, let me know how it was. On June 23rd, so just 2 weeks from today, they're going to be doing operationalizing cybercrime data for red team and offensive security. Guys, if you're looking to go to a job in red teaming offensive security, wouldn't it be nice to be like, oh yeah, do you know how we can leverage cybercrime data to make our operations more effective? The interviewer will be like, no, go on. Are you an active offensive security professional looking to level up your skills, right? That's what they're going to be going through here. Holy Jesus Christ. Jason Haddix is the instructor. Okay, guys, Jason Haddix is amazing. I didn't realize it was him. I'm going to tell you the truth, guys, really clearly right now. Jason Haddix could read a phone book and I would attend. This guy is amazing. Holy crap. You know what? I was going to tell you this is worth going to anyways, but this is like, yes, sir. Hold on. What time is this? I'm going to go to it. Holy crap. What time is this? 11 to 1. Hold on. Let me check my calendar really quickly. Ooh, I'm available. 11 to 1. Jerry, Flair Academy, Haddix. All right. I will be going to this. Come on down. And here's the thing. I don't even work in offensive security operations, and I can't wait. Go check this out. Go to simplycyber.io/flare. simplycyber.io/flare, and it'll redirect you to it. Hey, Cyber Countess, did you know that every day of the week has a special segment? Oh, thank you, RandomX. RandomX saying they attended, and it was a good one, so I'll check that on replay. Guys, Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week, sponsored by ThreatLocker. So Mondays are sponsored. I'm going to give a $100 Amazon gift card or $125-ish worth of value in Simply Cyber merch to the Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week. Guys, it takes a village to run Simply Cyber, just like ThreatLocker takes a deny by default approach to application security. This week, you guys know him. He has been showing up consistently on Fridays as a panel member. He's also running his own live streams, which he's doing just to contribute back to the community. He's known for his long pours on Monster Energy drinks. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce your Simply Cyber Community Member of the Week and get your la-la-la-las on, one Daniel Lowry. Yes, sir. Way to go, Daniel. Daniel, connect with me. We'll get you your prize. And thank you for being so supportive and helpful to the community in large. Let's go. And hey, I don't see it in chat, but I see people congratulating. Looks like Nick popped the big question to his significant other, and Nick says she said yes. So Nick, nice job, Nick. Oh yeah. And really quickly, just for bonus here, Dan Reardon, aka the Haircut Fish, dropping Daniel Lowry memes. There he is in his tracksuit. Adidas, everything. All right, let's finish strong, everybody. Great job. And if you guys don't know who Daniel Lowry is, definitely check him out. He exudes and inhibits the Simply Cyber core values like unbelievably. It's amazing. All right, let's keep going.
Supply chain malware hits NPM and PyPy ecosystems, targeting a global audience. This particular supply chain attack targets more than a dozen packages associated with the UI component library GlueStack to deliver malware. According to Aikido Security, the malware allows an attacker to run shell commands, take screenshots, upload files, steal sensitive information, and mine cryptocurrency. It is currently seeing nearly 1 million downloads per week. As posted in the Hacker News, quote, the code injected into the packages is similar to the remote access Trojan that was delivered following the compromise of another NPM package, Rand User Agent, last month. This indicates that the same threat actors could be behind this activity.
All right, I'm not going to spend a terrible amount of time on this because it's this is a recurrent thing, guys. Supply chain attack infecting NPM, PyPy, GitHub has also been seen. It's a great attack technique. Hat tip to the threat actors. How many people import beautiful soup, right, for web scraping capabilities in their Python packages, but then don't don't review the code of Beautiful Soup. Most people, you import it's an encapsulated function that you just import and keep rocking. Threat actors know this. Now, again, it's going to be more a target of opportunity than it is a spearfish type target because they don't know who's going to download these packages and install them. But if you do make packages that are designed by software that typically would do crypto-related work, wallets or whatever, you're probably more likely to be able to steal people's crypto wallets and their cryptocurrency, etc. But yeah, just be mindful. If you work in DevOps, if you work in AppSec, you should A, know about this, B, be able to bring it up in a job interview, C, educate your DevOps and developers about these attacks, and, good luck.
BadBox botnet continues to exploit off-brand IoT devices. Following up on a story we covered last December, the BadBox 2.0 malware campaign continues to infect millions of connected devices worldwide, specifically IoT hardware such as TV streaming devices, digital projectors, aftermarket vehicle infotainment systems, digital picture frames, and other products. It is exploiting these devices for criminal activity, according to the FBI. The agency says, quote, the malware can come pre-installed in off-brand or aftermarket devices or arrive alongside software updates from sketchy sources, end quote. The botnet allows its owners to, quote, mask their activity by making it appear to come from legitimate home networks, also known as residential proxies. In some cases, the operators sell access to the botnet to other cyber criminals, the alert said. Microsoft...
Dude, come on. This is, listen, so really quickly, the first thing you should know is, yes, off-brand, wicked cheap, knockoff devices, they're not even knockoff. It's just like, it's not Samsung, it's TCL or it's Hisense or whatever. And again, I don't know those particular ones are infected one way or the other. Oh, is today episode 894? All right, let me fix that. I have to do the ticker manually every day, so, sometimes. There we go. I think it's fixed now. And thank you, Christopher Ryan Rains. So, yeah, dude, knockoff stuff, they're infecting it. Again, like crime of opportunity, right? They don't know who's going to buy the device and plug it in. Presumably it's China that's doing this. Again, going back to the Ann Neuberger story that U.S. infrastructure could crumble under attack. Dude, no. Like, here's an idea. How about deploy millions of devices with Trojans in them or persistence mechanisms and ride that infrastructure like lightning, baby. Saddle it up and let's go. You've got persistence mechanisms for days. Dude, this is persistence mechanisms that would make a red teamer's jaw drop. How many plants you got? I got 4. I got 4 C2 implants. And then they're like, hold my beer. We have 1 million. Like, what? Now, the thing that I want to push back on really quickly is this. The FBI said, so this is the FBI's guidance. The FBI said, quote, the public is urged to evaluate IoT devices in their home for any indications of compromise and consider disconnecting suspicious devices from their networks. This, with all due respect...
You are so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
Number one, if you are choosing, like, skilled practitioners would find it challenging to evaluate their devices and their network for compromise, right? What are you going to do? You're going to, hey, my Aunt Dorothea, who's like 73, right? Or whatever. I don't know exactly how old she is, and she doesn't watch the show, so if I got it wrong, sorry, but she won't know. Don't tell Aunt Dorothea, okay, guys? Anyway, she's up there. She's not going to span port a friggin' network switch and start sniffing packets like it's the movie Heavy Metal and she's like those 2 aliens on the spaceship. You know what I'm saying? You picking up what I'm putting down, you 80s kids? So, like, this guidance is so misplaced. Like, great guidance. Why doesn't it say the public is urged to go get an advanced technical degree and then evaluate the IoT devices in their home? Second of all, dude, these are knockoff cheap ass devices that, you buy like, in the bargain bin. I'm not saying that there's any correlation between people who buy cheap knockoff technology and their level of what's the word I want to use? Their level of commitment to not having malicious devices. But chances are you're spending $5 on a device just to have it do whatever the thing is, right? Oh, it's a Plex server and it allows me to steal movies from Netflix or whatever, whatever it is. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just like, if you spend $5 on a device, like, are you really going to be like, oh, let me just reverse the firmware on here and see if it's running some type of Sasquatch or squash file system so I can determine if it's got malicious binaries in it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like maybe I'm wrong here. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I really feel like it's like, well, actually, you'd have to reverse the firmware to be able to determine if the binaries were infected with the remote access Trojan. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever. Thank you for granting me grace as I went deep on this story. It just annoys me. Like, people are trying to protect themselves. And, like, this is your guidance? Who the hell wrote that?
There's the script to restore the inet pub folder that you should not have deleted. This PowerShell script released by Microsoft will help restore the empty inet pub folder that had been created by the April 2025 Windows security updates. This folder helps mitigate a high-severity Windows process activation privilege escalation vulnerability, but many users have deleted it, believing it to not be needed. This has caused such people to become vulnerable to the patched vulnerability. Massive data breach.
All right. Microsoft really screwed the pooch on this one. So, IIS is Microsoft's web server. I feel like Microsoft has been trying to make IIS happen. Just like that girl in Mean Girls was trying to make Fetch happen. Like, all right. So if you did delete the inet pub folder, which was like guidance back in April, or there was a patch that did it, for whatever reason, there's a PowerShell script to restore it. Basically, it's very easy to reinstall. Just turn Windows features on and off. On the control panel, it'll reinstall the folder. And you'll see it under C:\inet. This thing's just been a mess. Essentially, threat actors were able to compromise it for some capacity. Remember, web servers are typically internet-facing, which means threat actors can find them quite quickly and then exploit them. So if you're running IIS, you definitely want to make sure that you're not in scope of this. Second of all, just really quickly, I haven't mentioned this on stream for probably like 2 years, and I don't think I can do it right now because I think I have it configured. So I'd actually be showing my own internal configurations, which I don't want to do. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So I can't do it live on stream. But I do want to show you, if you go to shodan.io, Shodan, SHODAN.io, on the very top, they have one called Monitor, okay? Monitor.shodan.io is awesome, okay? Essentially, what you can do is, you can put in an IP range or IP addresses. I think it's like $50 a year. So, like, I almost think you can put in a couple IP addresses for free, but if you want like net blocks or more than 16 IP addresses, you have to pay. But $50 a year is nothing for a business to pay. And essentially what it does is it monitors the external facing IP range that you put in. And whenever there's a new technology detected or configuration change to existing technology, it notifies you. This is a super cheap, low budget, easy win for keeping an eye on your external facing attack surface, which is where most of the bads are attacking. So this is super good. Not a sponsor. It's just a friggin' awesome service, and one you should know about. Let me know if you've used Shodan Monitor in the past. I use it I use it today, and I find it very valuable.
Each of over 4 billion user records found exposed online. Cybersecurity researcher Bob Diachenko and the Cyber News team uncovered a massive 631 gigabyte unsecured database in China containing over 4 billion records, likely affecting hundreds of millions of users. The leaked data includes WeChat, Alipay, along with financial, residential, and ID information, suggesting that it was compiled for profiling, surveillance, or data enrichment. The largest collection, a file named WeChat ID/DB, contained over 805 million records. Other collections included banking and address data. Researchers warn that threat actors could exploit this trove for fraud, phishing, blackmail, or even state-sponsored disinformation. The database was taken offline shortly after discovery, and its owner remains unknown.
All right.
All
right. So a couple things. One, huge data set leaked. Now, normally it is, yeah, I feel like normally it's U.S. citizens' data. Well, China, come on down. You are the next contestant on The Price is Right. 4 billion users in China's data leaked. No one knows who owns the data. It's been pulled down. I will say, if someone found it, you can pull it down from its original source. But do you know it's surprisingly easy to hit Control-C, Control-V? Again, I'm being flippant, but the data could have been copied at this point. And yes, just like U.S. citizen data or Turkish citizen data or Brazilian citizen data, the data can be used for social engineering, spear phishing, identity theft, fraud, scams, etc., etc. Like welcome to cybersecurity. Here's your starter kit. Here's a data leak, a ransomware attack, and the CIA triad. Go, have fun. We'll see you at lunchtime. Bathrooms are on the left. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna. It was a database. Again, guys, here's the deal. This is why having something like Shodan Monitor is so valuable. Wouldn't you rather have Shodan find this when you accidentally misconfigure this? Dude, I don't know if this is the case, but we're going to blame it on China Carl. China Carl. This database was there. Someone obviously collected it for reasons, and then potentially a misconfiguration opened it up to the internet, and then a cybersecurity researcher, Bob Diachenko, and his team discovered it. You know how they discovered it? By scanning the internet, looking for things. Let's see. All right. Hey, I'm looking right now. Okay. 1 second. Okay. 8:58. We're right there. Hold on 1 second. Eric just did something in mod chat. Not showing up on stream. All right. All right, guys, look at us. We just crushed it, everybody. Woo! All right, let's go. Holla! Look at this, guys. I told you I could land the plane. I could land the plane right at the top of the hour. Somebody let James McQuiggan in seat 6D know that if there's a pilot issue, I can take over the cockpit. I landed this baby right at the top of the hour. Guys, thank you all so very much. If you got to get out of here, deuces. We'll see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Eastern time for the show. But if you want to hang out, well, my friend, we got it covered for you. We're going to be doing Jawjacking. Jawjacking is a... Hold on. Jawjacking is a 30-minute Ask Me Anything podcast, essentially where I get to mentor at scale. I welcome any and everybody to attend, share your thoughts, share your resources. Thanks, Elliot Matisse. I enjoy doing the show. Guys, it's not just lip service up here. I'm not telling you it's a privilege and an honor to serve this community and do this show every day. I truly mean it. It is an absolute delight. I am Dude, I know there's a lot of lucky people out there. I count myself as one of them. What an amazing opportunity. I like pinch myself that I get to do this every day. All right, guys, chill out. See you next time. Let's move over to Jawjacking. If you got a question, put it in chat and we will get you answers. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber. Jerry guy, come on down. Ever wonder what it takes to break into cybersecurity? Join us every weekday for Jawjacking, where industry experts answer your burning questions about the cybersecurity field. Live, unfiltered, and totally free. Let's level up together. It's time for some Jawjacking. Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? How you do? What's up, everybody? Welcome to Jawjacking. I'm your host, Jerry Guy. We're coming at you every weekday morning from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Tell your mom I said hi. Pick up some scratchies on the way. Many of you know the show, but I'll just brief you. If you got questions, we'll answer them. The goal here is to mentor at scale and let you guys know what's up. Many of you might be coming from the Daily Cyber Threat Brief, hosted by that nerd, Dr. Gerald Auger. Oh my God, that guy. Holy Jesus. The name of the okay, so hey, really quick, just being fun. People are talking about my MTV show. The MTV show is called Caught in the Act, Double Life. Caught in the Act, Double Life. My first episode airs tomorrow. So if you want to if you are wanting to hold on one second. Hold on, I'm trying to find. Yeah, here we go. Season 1, Episode 2. Here we go. See? Oh, no, that says Season 1, Episode 8. I thought it was Episode 2. I don't know. Whatever. Tomorrow's my episode. I know for a fact. The producer texted me and told me. So if you're interested, come on down. I had a friend tell me they were able to watch it on MTV.com, so. But let's answer your questions, guys. I don't want to talk about the MTV show unless there's a question. Poner Joe says he let Daniel Lowry know about the Community Member of the Week via LinkedIn. He's about to head into a meeting, so I don't think he'll be joining Jawjacking today. Okay, that's fine. And thank you, Poner Joe. Guys, what kind of questions you got? I want to answer your questions. Yeah, Space Tacos. I don't even know what that accent was. I was just screwing around, having some Jawjacking fun. Let me answer your questions, though. What questions you got? Put a Q in front of them so I know they're for me. Plus, I can scan it really easy. Devin McCarthy says, Shodan Monitor is cool and powerful, but I've experienced false positives. If a business has a WAF, okay, good to know. At least false positives you can, take action on. Poner Joe says, I crushed it. Thank you. Let's see. Roswell, UK is so funny. Is there a pilot on board? Well, I did manage to end a podcast and I was on MTV. I'll take the yoke. All right. Jerry Guy is now just holding out the studio somewhere. Okay, that's funny. Question from Eric Taylor. Outside of new podcasts coming to the channel, what are you looking forward to this year? Oh, thank you, Eric. Wow. What am I? I mean, I've got so much going on. What am I looking forward to this year? Wow. Whew. Well, so a couple things I guess I'll share. And thanks for the question, Eric. This is really one that makes you pause. And anyone in chat, if you got something that you would like to share that you're looking forward to this year, drop it in chat. So I'm looking forward to a couple things. Number one, I will be celebrating 15 years of marriage to my wife. That is pretty remarkable and very cool. Two, Nadine, my wife, Mrs. Auger, she's actually coming to Black Hat with me this year, so I get to kind of marry two things that I really enjoy, cybersecurity and my family. So that'll be really good. Wild West Hackin' Fest, I'm very excited to attend. I was just thinking about the documentary I'm in the middle of making still about that. So just a lot of great stuff. And, you know, Eric said besides the podcast, guys, I don't think you know, like the Simply Cyber Academy, we have basically gone to ludicrous speed if you're familiar with Spaceballs. Tyler Ramsby is come on now as helping with like the dean of the offensive security stuff. Michelle Kahn just committed to making multiple courses for the academy. It's insane. Ryan Lervik is going to be making kind of a CISO level course. So there's just huge things. I am so excited and so crazy overwhelmed. And hello, Simply CyberCon 2025 is coming in November. I just secured the final training. It's not 100% firm, but we will have 4 training options for people this year. Michelle Kahn's OSINT training, Chris Trainer's offensive training, Steve McMichael's GRC training, and just yesterday confirmed, Hayden Covington's detection engineering will be the blue team option. So we got something for everyone. I called the bar that I'm trying to throw a party at after the show. The CFP's opened up, or will be open. The hotel block is open. Everything is crazy. Like this week, I promise you, I said last week on Friday would be the date. This week, I promise you, simplycybercon.org will have the links for everything as far as CFPs, buying the tickets, and the hotel block. In fact, the only thing holding it up right now is the actual purchasing of the tickets. Like, again, not to go too down the rabbit hole, but you have to set up a credit card processor. We have it set up as a separate nonprofit entity, but the credit card processor, you have to set it up as an individual. So it's kind of janky where, like, Gerald Auger is going to be collecting money for the conference, but then I'm going to have to get invoiced by the nonprofit. I'm trying to figure out if this is the right way to do it, because I don't want to mess around when it comes to nonprofits and money and government and stuff like that. All right, next question. Who's all going to the Antisyphon summer camp? Kyle. Let us know if you're going to Wild West Hackin' Fest. I assume that's what Kyle's asking. I will be at Wild West Hackin' Fest. I love it. Bustin' Justin, can tell us why you don't like Vanta. LOL. No, I don't want to trash a vendor on public stream. I'll just say this. I have used them professionally. I find what they market their tool does and what their tool does don't align perfectly in my experience. Oh, the questions are now pinned. Thank you. All right, here we go. We got pinned questions. Eric Taylor is in mod chat supporting me back here. Elastic or Security Onion? David Chigbu says, I guess Security Onion, but I access Elastic through my Security Onion instance, David, so I guess both. I created an 853 audit tracker and placed in my GitHub with a live demo link. Can I place here for others' input? Yes, although you won't, ZeroCom, you will not be able to link it on YouTube chat because it'll rip your URL out. What I would say, ZeroCom, is go to the Simply Cyber Discord server, go into the GRC Mafia chat channel, and share it there and talk about it there. All right. Slim Daddy says, I tried to get the cyber meetup on 5:30 in New York City. I couldn't locate them. Any ideas what happened? All right, so Kayla Kavanaugh, I don't know if she's in chat, Slim Daddy 9. And really quickly, how do I do this? Really quickly, I just want to share this with everybody, okay? I'm going to share my Discord really quick. Look at this really quickly. Where is it? God damn. Here, look it. If you go into Discord, right? You see how I'm in Discord? And you see on the left, SC Locals Meetup? on the left right here. So this is for Slim Daddy 9 and everybody else. The New York, New Jersey one's right here. What you should do is if you are going to this meetup and you can't find people, go to this channel and say, hey, I'm at the thing. Where is everybody? Or you can tag the ambassador, who is Kayla Cavi in this instance for New York, New Jersey, and say, hey, I'm trying to figure out where everyone is. Let's go. So that's what you should do, Slim Daddy. It looks like the next meetup is June 21st, 2 to 4 p.m. at Tune or Ton Tavern. Go to Ton Tavern, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Let me know. Augusta Delgado, how should I handle weak third parties? Oh, I think he meant WEAK. How do you handle weak third parties' cyber posture? I have a vendor using a third party that is weak. Even their website has an expired cert. Augusta Delgado, you can't really do that. I mean, if you're contracting with a third party and that third party's contracting with a third party and they have crappy security, you have no juice. All you can do is one of the following things. One, I mean, identify what the actual risk is, right? So they have an expired cert, like two things down. Like, what's the risk there? And is that a risk that you need to manage? Number two, find an alternative vendor that doesn't have these problems. And if you can, make a compelling argument why you need to switch, right? Maybe you can find a vendor that has more features, a better monthly or annual fee structure, whatever. You know what I mean? Here's the reality. And again, this is not going to happen every time, but just to make a crystal clear point, what you're doing right here, like, yeah, we might think it's terrible, but the business, you got to make a compelling argument to the business why that's bad. And if you can't, they're going to just think that you're a crying wolf. What's the static of the music licensing with Don't You Forget About Me, Brian asks. Brian, I've decided until I get to Massachusetts, I'm just going to let it roll. I literally worked all weekend, or I worked 12 hours this weekend on getting caught up on Simply CyberCon stuff, on a project I'm working for a client, on, oh my God, friggin' the sponsorship packages for Simply CyberCon. Like, I will do it. We will do it. It'll probably be in a couple weeks. Code Brew asks, at what age and how did you start to introduce your kids to computers and the internet? I mean, for me personally, my kids had iPads at 4 years old with like ABC Mouse and educational content, rocking it down. And then, slowly, they get Chromebooks in school here. They know about the internet. I just constantly remind them, like, vigilance. Like, oh, Dad, check this out. You click here, you get free stuff. Yeah, that's a scam. That's not going to work. And then I'll show them, like, videos of people getting scammed to kind of, like, reinforce the point. I will say one thing that I do that I think is extra that you may or may not do, or, not you, Code Brew, obviously, but if my kids say, hey, so Slim Daddy 9, Kayla said the meetup was on May 31st, not May 30th, so you were there a day early. Again, go to the actual locals meetup channel. That's why we have a channel for you guys to connect with each other. The extra thing that I do, Brent, is that if my kids say, like, hey, I want to do this thing, and I say, oh, that's going to be bad, I will then go with them and, like, show them, or I'll do the thing with them, right? And I'll explain to them, like, basically I walk them through it. It's very much, honestly, if you wanted to make a comparison, I treat my kids like executives at a business where when you want to educate them on why doing something is stupid, you have to walk them through the whole thing. It's not enough just to say no, because you're not satiating the craving that they have. But if you honor their request, but then demonstrate why it's a stupid request, and I use stupid lovingly, okay? Why it is a high-risk request. Then I find that they're able to process and, like, basically let it go. Roswell, UK, ever thought about a weekly pod on the news from the dark side with ET, where he gives us the cutting-edge lowdown on what he hears from the dark web? Oh, Eric Taylor. No, I hadn't thought about that. It depends. I mean, Eric's got his own channel too, though. You know what I mean? Like Barricade does do their own pods and own workshops and stuff like that. But yeah, no, it's a cool idea. Certainly juicy. We're adding more pods, just so everybody knows. We have filled the 9:30 to 10 slot. So we are now moving into the 1 to 1:30 p.m. slot. We're going to start targeting filling the 1 to 3 p.m. slots, starting, with the next shows. Everybody's renewed their terms or whatever you want to call it for Q3. So you'll see back all the regulars, the Simply Defensive, the Cybersecurity Career Mentors, etc. And then we're going to get 3 new shows in Q3. Simply Social Engineering with Eddie Miro. Simply Secured with James McQuiggan at 35,000 feet. Simply Offensive with Philip Wiley. And we are in the workshop phase of Q4 shows, potentially with Geopolitical one with Elliot Matisse. The thing everybody's got to remember is that Simply, like, all of this content is showing on Simply Cyber's YouTube channel. So if anything gets community guideline violations, the whole channel suffers, right? So I've got to be very deliberate about what content gets put on here, because I can't carve off just one show. It's like, it's all or nothing. Next month, I'm starting my first role after a transition as a security analyst. Any guidance on how to progress further, as I'd like to build the momentum and move to level 2 quickly. So I guess, I'm assuming you're talking about security operations analyst, Manol Ivanov. Like, security analyst, that role is like super generic, so I don't know how to help you, because I don't know which, like, how you mature to like level 2 GRC analyst is different. I would assume that you're a SecOps analyst. So if you are a SecOps analyst, what I would recommend is start looking at detection engineering. Start getting skills around detection engineering. Start thinking about detection engineering. You may even want to start doing your own type of side lab work with like Atomic Red Team and running certain attacks and then writing the detections. Detection engineering is where you're going to want to go, though. Chris says, is the Cyber Guide to Governance, Risk, and Compliance by Jason Edwards, Griffin Weaver, a good book for learning GRC? Let's take a look. I've never heard of it. Cyber Security Guide to GRC. I'm kind of happy that book exists, but also at the same time, kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't. Make that book myself. Although I'm done writing books. Writing books is like high effort. All right, let's see what these guys are. So whenever I'm evaluating a book, the first thing I look at is the authors, right? So like if the author is, so if the book is like, listen, if the book is like how to be a red team operator and the author has never ever worked in offensive security, to me that's a red flag. All right, this guy right here, he's got a PhD, so he's okay in my book, right? He holds a PhD or a doctorate in management, okay? So he seems legit. This guy's a legal expert. Okay, so the authors passed the smell test. Let's see what we got here. 1,300 actionable recommendations, 70 ready-to-use KPIs. Okay. Wiley is a good publisher. Wiley does have very good standards. Yeah, I mean, this looks good. This looks good. Who asked the question? Christopher Ryan Rains. Yeah, this looks good. I'll drop a link in chat. How do I drop a link? This is not an affiliate link because it didn't drop automatically to an affiliate link. So, all right, let's keep going. Mods, can you guys check if there's a show at 9:30? I think it would be Simply Defensive today. I think they're off I think they're off the rest of the quarter, though, until the start of July. Any plans to have your own Simply Cyber certs? At this time, Bryant, no. I know there's a lot of money to be made in certifications. As you can see, it's quite popular, right? It's so hot right now.
That Hansel's so hot right now.
There's a lot of money to be made. As of right now, no. If I was to have a certificate in Simply Cyber, it would be a GRC one, and it would be awesome. Here's the thing. Certifications require a lot of maintenance and a lot of commitment, and it's ongoing, and you have to do monitored. It's just a lot. It's extra. And right now, I don't have a staff. You know what I mean? Running certifications would require a dedicated full-time employee to support. So I'm just not there yet, all right? Are we still for live at Daily Cyber Threat Brief at what? Yes. So Tech Ricky, I forgot about this, but yes. Okay, so this is perfect. Thanks, guys. No 9:30. Tech Ricky, I've worked it out with whatever it is. It's like Dale's Saloon or whatever, or Dale's Sportsbook downstairs. It's 5 a.m. Local time, but I will be live at Wild West Hackin' Fest, and hopefully people like, Kimberly Can Fix It, DJ BSEC would be kind of off to the side with their own microphones. We'll set it up. It'll be fun. But yes, you will be able to attend a live airing of Daily Cyber Threat Brief. Any trainings for CMMC? No, I don't have any good trainings, honestly, Insomniac. Go read 800-171, NIST Special Pub 800-171, because at the end of the day, everything boils down to that for CMMC. Cam says, what's a major issue organizations face in establishing proper risk management? All right. What's a major issue orgs face? Honestly, Cam, the attitude. Like, a lot of businesses create risk management because their board told them to do it or their insurance provider told them to do it, and they don't care. It's like, this is how we make money. This is what we do. We're here to do this. And risk management, they play lip service to it too. So that's the biggest challenge. Like, you can set up window dressing of risk management, but here's the deal. Risk management, everybody's on board. Everybody loves everything until the moment you say you can't do that, or you can't go that direction, and you actually impact the business and the executive team's decision making. That's when you get to tell whether or not they are serious about risk management. Devin says, maybe too big a question for Jawjacking. I'm starting a side hustle for small businesses, hoping to hear a few hard-won lessons from your consulting. Yeah. I mean, Devin, I could do a whole stream on this, honestly. You know what would be valuable? Listen, I'll tell you what, Devin. I'm sorry, Devin. I will set up a live stream with like 4 small business consulting, cyber consulting business owners, or whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking like Brandon Poole, Eric Taylor, if he wants to jump in, myself, and another like true consulting services, small business person. And we'll do a live stream and answer all the questions. Because I feel like a lot of people, it's like, oh, just hang a shingle, start your own consulting business. And there's a lot of like punch in the mouth type things, both legally, like, do you have a business license? Here's a fun fact. In the state of South Carolina, you don't get like a state license, you get like a county license, right? So I live in Charleston County, and I have to get a Charleston County business license. Well, I didn't really understand that, and I thought I got one, but I got one in 2023, but I didn't get one for 24 and 25. Anyways, I had the distinguished pleasure to pay like $4,000 a couple months ago for fees, fines, late penalties. So just crap like that. I mean, that's not even selling business, delivering on business, how to market to businesses, all that. So yeah, Devin, I'll take it for action, okay? Let me know if that works for you, buddy. How can I prepare for a security researcher role? Hack the box CTFs? Conrad, yeah. I mean, if you're interested in that, I would actually go look at, not every county in South Carolina requires you to renew. Oh, that's interesting. So I guess what I would say, Conrad, sure, Hack the Box CTFs is going to be good at hacking things and, you know, basically doing research. I would also look at like dedicated classes, like look for things where you reverse firmware, like hardware hacking is a great place. And then also go, it depends what you want to research, right? But I would also recommend, Conrad, go look at, I think it's Watchtower. I think it's Watchtower. Wiz Security does it also. Watchtower Labs. Right here. I think Watchtower, they're not huge, but I think Watchtower is awesome when it comes to publishing their security research. So I would go look at them as well. Because remember, Conrad and everybody, hacking all the things and being super technical, that's great. That's only part of security research. You need to communicate. You need to document. You need to show. You need to prove. That's a skill. Like, oh, I know how to talk. I know how to write. Sure. But there's a way to do it effectively. And I think Watchtower Labs does a kick-butt job of that. Did you get the Russian River Brewery package I sent this weekend? Not yet, Elliot. Not yet. Let me check. I get notified when packages show up. So let me see. No, I don't know. Maybe? I'll go down there today. I'll tell you that. I'll go down there today and check it out, Elliot, okay? I hope it's there. I'm excited. Why does a moon rock taste better than an earth rock? It's a little meteor. Oh my god. Kyle, what's one problem related to observability in enterprise networks that you wish you could fix? Ooh. Well, okay, so, I mean, this is just one issue that comes to mind right away. You know, endpoints like Windows machines, you can configure logs to go out, and network traffic you can catch and look at, but like IoT devices, dedicated appliances, things you can't change or change the configuration because they're like FDA certified devices, like in a medical environment and stuff like that, you may not be getting logs from those things. So that helps, that hurts your observability of those devices, right? So I guess that's one thing that I wish I could fix is like, I wish all devices came with a standard security logging loadout that just like was standardized for industry. All right, those are all the questions. Where are we at time? It's 9:29. I got time for just a couple more. Shout out and thank you to Eric Taylor for pinning questions in chat. Scrolling down to the bottom. All right, looking. Tech Ricky and Luke Canfield, or Luke Johnson, are going to be getting an Airbnb in Deadwood. Very cool. I got to book my flight. I'll be booking flights tomorrow. All right, looks like we're all caught up, guys. It's 9:30 a.m. I got a plumber coming at 10 a.m. Weirdest thing, dude, my oven stopped working. The range top still, I have gas, the range top still lights up. I replaced the igniter, rolled my sleeves up and got filthy. Replaced the igniter, that works. It's just not pushing gas, I don't know. So I got a guy coming today to take a look at it. By the way, it sucks. Like, dude, they're like, it's $250 just to have the guy come out and like give you some information. I'm like, all right. And they're like, and if he has to do a gas test, it's $600. I'm like, wait a minute. Like, at some point, it's cheaper to just buy a new oven. Like, what are we doing here? And they're like, like that was like, that's the response from the gas plumber person. So whatever. Also, I'm playing a little hooky today. Hopefully my kids aren't watching. Playing a little hooky today from 12 to 2. Me and Mrs. Auger are renegade mission with the kids to a new location. That's pretty cool. So check back tomorrow and I'll share that with you. Guys, I also want everybody to know tomorrow there will be no or Eric Taylor will have to coordinate. I'm giving a talk to the state of Georgia at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and I have to be ready. So I will be speed running the Daily Cyber Threat Brief tomorrow. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Gerald. All right. Hey, guys. It's Gerald Auger here. I'll be speed running the Daily Cyber Threat Brief tomorrow. Probably trying to wrap it up by 8:45 a.m. so I can pivot over to the state of Georgia talk I got to give. So anyways, let's just be mindful of that. Really quick, I see a couple more questions in chat. Space Tacos, Jerry, you used to lay bricks, right? What other kinds of construction work can you do? Yeah, I did. I did lay bricks. More like I carried a lot of bricks. Space Tacos. The mason was laying the bricks. I did learn to lay some brick, but for the most part, I was just a glorified like wheelbarrow. I will tell you guys, I was I don't, you know what? I have the frame of like a spaghetti noodle. Okay. Like, let's just be real. If I turn sideways, I disappear. My biceps are the same thickness as my forearms. Okay. Like, whatever. When I was hauling bricks, I was shredded. I looked like a superhero. It was insane. But I guess it just goes to show if you work out for 9 hours a day with wicked heavy bricks, you too can turn into a superhero. I was a paid mason. Paid poorly, though. Dude, I'll never forget it. I might make my kids lug bricks just so they can appreciate it. For real. Dude, I remember I would get to work at 6 a.m., so I got up at like 5:30. Get to 6, ride around in a truck all day, lift bricks, make cement, all those things. I'd get home at like probably 5:30. I'd buy a 6-pack of Red Stripe. The Red Sox would start at 7:05. I'd eat a little bit of dinner at 6. 7:05 opening pitch. I'd drink like all Red Stripe, maybe 2 Red Stripes. And then I'd like pass out in the couch. I'd wake up in like the 5th inning and then just go to bed. I was in bed by like 8:30 every night. Ugh, it was brutal. Again, shredded. There it is. All right, guys. I'm Jerry. I'm Jerry Guy from Simply Cyber. Shout out to Eric Taylor and the mod team for facilitating Q&A. Shout out to all of you for your questions. Shout out to Daniel Lowry, your community member of the week. I'm Jerry from Simply Cyber, guys. Be well. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow for the Daily Cyber Threat Brief. See ya!